What's up, YouTube? What's going on? Welcome back to the Hatters Lounge, and today I got something a little different for you. If you couldn't tell by the title, today's video is not about my two main games over on Twitch, but instead it's something brand new. Today, my dudes, we're leaving the fog and the bayou behind and diving into the gothic wet dream that is the Vampire the Masquerade franchise. And what better way to enter the world of darkness than with a battle royale? That's right, you heard it here first. A battle royale of high octane vampiric gloriousness. So without any further ado, I give you all Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt. Let's get into it. Now, if you've never heard of this game, don't worry. You're not living under a rock. It just released on the 7th of September. Developed by Shark Mob AB, the Battle Royale is a hot take on the traditional pop culture classic series. As a player, you take control of one out of six total vampiric classes, which for all you vamp lore geeks out there, yes, they did bring in three of the more notable clans from the franchise, those being Bruja, Nosferatu, and Toreador. I probably butchered the correct way of saying those names, but hey, I tried, right? So, as I stated, there are currently three clans in the game, and from them there are two different classes of characters for your selection, each with their own abilities, a shared clan ability, and a class dependent passive ability. Beneath the clan banner Bruja, your two choices are either the Brute or the Vandal. Both share the clan ability called Soaring Leap, essentially a double jump that's more akin to the standard superhero needs to get on top of the roof, right? Nah! If you chose the Brute, your passive ability will slowly regenerate your health back to half when you're not getting shot. Your offensive, or as the game calls them, archetype skills, will cast forward a reflective wall like projection that not only blocks bullets, but returns them to sender. Should you choose the Vandal class, your passive, instead of healing you, increases your damage resistance when close to the enemy, which really helps out seeing as your archetype skill, Earth Shock, is a giant Vulcan punch to the ground that deals damage, legit can all but one shot an opponent, and blasts your enemy into the air. Next, we have Clan Nosferatu. These vampires, first off, are more primal, almost bat like in appearance. You ever seen Blade 2? Yeah, them dudes. Nosferatu represent. As for the classes, your choices are the Saboteur or the Prowler. Both come with the clan skill called Vanish, which does what it says, makes your character disappear in a cloud of smoke and gives an increase to your base movement speed. This is great for flanking around opponents as well as panic, get out of dodge, and regroup. Oh shit, not today, Satan! If you decide to go to the way of the Saboteur, your passive skill will turn you semi-invis when you're crouching. This is perfect for all you snipers out there. Bastards. As for your archetype skill, this bad boy's got some bombs, sewer bombs to be exact. The Saboteur can place these bombs to any surface and when detonated will release a cloud of toxic gas in a small area. Gas does more damage the longer that a player stays within. Should you choose the Prowler, you will passively be able to track severely wounded enemies with a red trail that will follow their pathing. Unlike the Saboteur, who's more area of control and stealth, the Prowler's geared more towards aggressive style gameplay. This skill is called Sense the Beast, and from what I can tell, will activate when your enemy is around 50 health points or lower. Moving on to the Archetype skill, the Prowler can send out a Scouting Familius or a bunch of pocket bats that reveal enemies in a certain radius. So you see how that all works there? Nosferatu, bats. Anyway, so lastly, for Clan Toreador, your choices are the Siren or the Muse. Both of them have the clan skill called Projection slash Dash, which sends out a hollow projection of themselves that they can teleport to. The passive skill for the Siren is called Kindred Charm. This makes humans act friendly to you and your team, which I guess that works for avoiding being marked when shooting or scaling walls in front of humans. Anyway, moving on to the archetype skill, the Siren has Blinding Beauty, which creates a blinding light that also damages all nearby enemies. Yeah, I'm not a big Siren fan if you couldn't tell. As for our last class, enter the Muse, the Healer. This class is the only one in the game at the moment that comes with a heal, called Rejuvenating Voice. The Muse casts a healing area of effect that targets themselves and anyone that's around them, specifically their teammates. Passively, the Muse has a skill called Final Act, which instantly cools down all of your abilities when you get knocked. So this lets you teleport and get to cover or to your teammates, as well as being able to heal your team while they're trying to get you back on your feet. Okay, now that we've got all the characters and classes out of the way, let's talk about the gameplay. The Blood Hunt takes place in the city of Prague, and literally in the city. From the streets to the rooftop skylines, there is literally nowhere you can't go in this arena of neon lights, skyscrapers, and back alleys. As far as spawning in, Blood Hunt lets you choose where you want to start, so there's no dropping in or party bus to be found here. Keeping with the Battle Royale theme, Bloodhunt does have rankings for its weapons. These following the traditional pattern of green, blue, purple, and gold, with green being the lowest and gold obviously the highest and the hardest to come by. As far as how to stay alive and re-heal yourself, no vampire game would be complete without blood and biting people, right? Remember when I talked about the siren who can calm humans? Yeah, this is kind of where that comes into practice. If you feed on a human, you'll get healed up to full health. However, if you're seen doing this, you'll become marked for 60 seconds, which means your aura will be seen through walls and buildings and your location will be revealed to the map to everyone else. So you can find some bulletproof vests in the back of police vans, which are scattered throughout the city. You can also find ambulances, which have blood bags and syringes, blood bags being a 3/4 seal, and syringes being a slower regen. Blood bags take about 6 seconds to use, whereas a syringe is a stab in the neck and you're on about your day. Each vest that you find grants an additional 50 health points, which means that a fully armored full health vampire will take 250 damage before they become knocked and can be killed. However, and this is something Bloodhunt does that, in my opinion, makes it stand out in the BR scene. Knocked vampires can recover and return to the fight. This means that if you're not careful, that prowler you just put down can heal up, hit their vanish, and make you regret your life decisions. This makes thirsting down players a strategically responsible move. Players can be killed in one of two ways, either with bullets or melee weapons, or with a finisher that starts with D and is absolutely god awful to say, so I'm not even going to try it. Anyway, it's a fancy way of saying drinking the blood of a fellow vampire, which will not only kill your enemy, but will also unlock more slots for your abilities to upgrade mid match. Which leads us to the next really unique thing about Bloodhunt. Each one of your abilities can be upgraded during the fight. What does that mean? It means that certain humans, when eaten, will actually lower the cooldowns of your skills or will increase base stats such as melee damage or start a passive heal. You can find these targets by hitting X or activating your higher senses. This will send out a sonar like scan that will reveal the humans as well as cars with loot, police vans that supply ammo and armor, as well as potential loot that's scattered throughout the streets and the rooftops. Additionally, if an enemy is making noise or shooting, they'll become marked, giving you the heads up on your opponent. So, before you scream, shut up and take my money and start asking about console release dates, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news, the game costs literally just storage space. It's absolutely free. As far as the console release date, it's not an official, but the rumors are PS5 next year. So, final thoughts, go get this game. If you're into the over the shoulder shooters that have a steady balance of abilities, gunplay, team comp, everything your inner goth kid could want, and it's completely original, go get this game. But that's it for me today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching and hanging out. I know we're close to the 10-minute mark, and that's the longest video I'd have ever put out, but thank you all very much for hanging through. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in this game, if there's something more about it that you'd like to know. And as always, stay blessed. Deuces.